Dude, I am fuming because I wanted to restart this video and make it a little bit more concise and calm. I wanted to just be a little calm about it, but you guys know me around the spiral as Richard Unicorn Caller. I occasionally join team-ups and help some people on a day-to-day basis. Today, I wanted to talk about something I'm very passionate about and something that you yourself probably don't even know. But Wizard101, as you probably know, has these types of timed events or these like little weekly events. They're really fun. I think they're really nice. We had the Fire Decathlon event, and for the most part, the decathlons in general are really strictly based on how much gold you have, if you even have a Maycast pet, and if you have a lot of characters. We're gonna get right into it, and I'm gonna explain my beliefs or just my concerns with the decathlon. So I wanted to go all the way back to like the decathlon's first thing. When it first came out, there was a community global progress bar. Like you would have this big community progress bar, and depending on how well the community did, the drop rates would increase. Now, even when it was at the max, the drop rates were still poor, and I think that's just one of the main game's things is that this game really just has a really poor drop rate. You really have to farm hard for it. So they got rid of that, thank goodness. Now, the next thing they also got rid of was the leaderboard standings. So back in the day, depending on if you were in like the 20th or 30th place or 40th place or something like that, you would get rewards based on your ranking, which is pretty cool. The problem is they changed this now, which I'm sort of happy on. I'm kind of mixed about this, but the main problem I see is that the decathlon doesn't really feel rewarding for some of these players, right? So, for example, the final rewards right here, and this is for the decathlon present day. The final rewards for first place is the first place decathlon trophy. Second place, you get a silver trophy. And then third place, you get a bronze trophy. That's it. There's no trophy for fourth place. There's no medal for fifth place. I don't know. That kind of like concerns me a little bit because the top 10 players is basically diminished only to the top 3 players. So only the top 3 players are going to get something. And even though they're just only getting a trophy, it's not reagents to craft the gauntlets. It's not a pet anymore. It's like not anything. And I don't know. To me, like I was probably one of like the top like 20 or 30 players because I kept grinding the decathlon. I was really passionate about it in the early days, right? But now they've made it to the point where, well, if you get in third place, you're gonna get a bronze trophy, and even if you get in first place, that's the only thing you're getting in the first. I mean, some people might like it as a decoration in their house, but these are the gauntlets that I'm talking about, and to get some of these reagents are really difficult. Augmentation runes are pretty easy to get. Improvement runes are a little iffy, but strengthening runes are the main concerns I have, and superior life runes are also kind of difficult to get. Enhanced life runes, you can actually transmute these through the vendors. Now, the life runes are pretty easy to get, and then you have the ultimate runes, which in my case are actually difficult to get. Now, luckily, you can flex between all your characters on the same account. So, for example, I can go on my other character right now, and, as long as they're a level 10, because you have to be a level 10 at least to participate in this event, then you'll be able to, I guess, flex, and you can share the Fire Decathlon decks and all that stuff. But I wanted to get into the main point of that, and that this is pretty much catered to old decathlon players or just good players in general. Because if you guys don't know, I haven't mentioned this in the beginning, but the decathlon overall is where you go floor to floor and you fight these monsters or these mighty monsters. Now, your stat doesn't matter, right? It's all based on treasure cards and it's all based on your Fire Decathlon deck because gear doesn't matter. Whatever gear you have on, it doesn't matter. That's completely irrelevant. The problem I see with some of these decathlons are the enemies. So for example, I was on like stage 5. I was on stage 5, pretty far up. The minion or like the monster I was versing, like the enemy was spamming chokes or inaccuracies, which is like -40. To me, that's a little bit unfair, and there's also some minor glitches in the Decathlon. I once saw one of the minions or one of the monsters do heckhounds. However, it wouldn't be the full pip. It would be like a 1 pip duration, or it would be like a 1 pip variation of heckhound. So that to me doesn't even make sense to begin with. And now the main thing, besides the enemies being really hard to kill, especially if you're a low level, and especially if you don't have a good pet. If you don't have a Maycast pet, you will not be able to do this. Now, relying on your pet is completely RNG. You don't know if your pet's going to have a good day and spam the Maycast or not. I have some Maycast over here, but they're not the best. But even with an all Maycast pet, it really does take the time and patience, or just the luck in general, to have your pet do a Maycast spree, something like that, something crazy like that, because all the heals help out. Now, another thing is the will cast talents also help with the Decathlon. However, that means for older players like me and you, or just players that don't really pet level, you have to retrain the pet, you have to make a totally new pet, you have to find a pet that has a will cast talent, and then you can use that will talent. You just have to pray that you get the talent in general, though. See, the thing is that the the will talents, I thought it was gonna be for like every pet, like it would just be an add-on, but no. You actually have to unlock it as a regular talent pool. So that to me, again, if you don't have a decent pet, you will not be able to do the Decathlon. I mean, if you manage to do it, good job. But the one main factor, I'm sure that you all know, is that there is only a maximum of 3 entries in the Decathlon. There is only a maximum of 3 entries. After that, you're done for the rest of the day. Here, this is the main problem, and this is where it kind of gets a little tricky. So the main problem with the Decathlon, or is what they feared, a lot of kids were just playing, well, a lot of people thought it was unhealthy to be putting that many hours into the game, like farming stage 4, getting enough points to stay on top of the leaderboards, and just putting in a lot of hours into a game. Look, I'm gonna tell y'all, this does not make any sense. Do you know how many hours I have played Minecraft? Do you know how many hours I played in Assassin's Creed? You know how many hours I played Call of Duty? Do you know how many hours I played Wizard? And the first thing they get mad about, they are worried about people's health. About how much time they spent on an event. That doesn't make any sense to me. I'm already playing this game 24/7, doing team-ups, doing this stupid event. So why does the amount of entries matter? Why should it be capped to 3 entries per day? Bro, that's not even fun. That's not fun. That's not fair. That's not fair for low levels, right? If you're a low level and you just suck at the decathlon, that's it. You don't get to have another gold entry. So, for those of you that don't know, back in the day, you can go into the decathlon whenever you want. We can go there right now. Look, I can't go into the decathlon right now. I can't. I've already used up my entries last night at 1 a.m., right? We're worried about, time. I don't even go to sleep anymore, bro. Here's the problem. When it's only capped at 3 entries per day, that means that you're limited on the amount of time you can farm, right? So if you don't have a good setup, or if you're not flexing with like 6 characters, then there is no way that you're going to be getting some of these reagents, or at least getting to the point where you can get the reagent in the first place. Look, I have 0 credits left. It said you have claimed today's credits. I'm at stage 6. That's it. I can't go back in there and do it again. I can't. That's it. I would have to go on my other character, put the fire deck, because I think I have like the 5th fire deck or something like that. I think it's like stage 4 deck. Another thing that I don't like about the decathlon is the amount of resources you need. And this is where it comes in handy if you have a lot of max level characters, right? If you have like 6 max level characters and they all have a healing pet, and you have the amount of resources and you have a huge resource pool, then, if you want to go for the decathlon, go for it. But after that, it gets to the point where, dude, I don't want to put that much time into this game. I think it's ironic because they were actually worried about people putting in a lot of time in the game. I feel like people are going to put in a lot more time because of the limited 3 entries. Because that means they would have to go on each character. They have to go on every character, all 6 characters, or 2, or 1, however you want to do it. They have to go on each character and do the decathlon over and over and over again. To me, the decathlon, I don't even care how many floors there is. I don't even care if there's 100 floors. But if I'm limited to only 3 per day, and there's only 7 days I can do this, I'm not gonna do this because I'm gonna tell y'all this: the decathlon is difficult. I would not be surprised if some people just can't do it. It's that difficult, right? So my main point with the decathlon, and I really just hope they change the decathlon because I'm passionate. I'm passionate about the event. I really want my lively hands gauntlet. Like, I really want my life gauntlets. I really want these life gauntlets, man. They really look cool. I think it would look pretty cute on my little outfit. It would literally complete my set, but I can't get it. You know why? I need 5 more strengthening runes, which God knows I don't even know how to get those. Like, the drop rate is so bad. Look, 10 superior life runes. You can only get this out of certain decathlons, I think. Enhanced life runes, pretty simple-ish to get, not too hard. Ultimate runes are gonna be a pain, and then I already have the spiritual hands of fate somewhere locked up. But man, this is gonna be the hardest thing I've ever crafted, unless they change the decathlon so everybody gets a fair chance. They can purchase as many credits as they want. I don't know why they limited to 3 entry, because now it just makes the decathlon not farmable. Imagine, or anybody, if you just play on one character, you're limiting yourself. You're literally limiting yourself. Now, the good thing is, between the characters, you can share the reagents between each of the characters, right? But, man, I'm having second thoughts, because I don't really think I have that many healing pets. And even then, dude, I'm still debating if I want to just keep doing this on each character, man. Buying the treasure cards and doing it all over again. This is a really frustrating event. Like, I'm passionate about the decathlon. I'm passionate about the Hands of Fate gauntlets. I think everybody should get a chance at it, but just to think that you have to be a level 10 at least to even do the decathlon, I don't know. It kind of like adds a little skepticalism, because I don't think at a level 10 I'm going to be having that much gold. Unless you have a max level wizard where you can flex on certain items, put it in the shared bank, go on your other wizard, sell that, then get the money, then get that money to use for treasure cards purchase. And, you know, it's just, dude, this event is a lot of work. I mean, if you're watching this, don't do it. It is not worth the distress. Unless they change it to where you can actually go in as many times as you want, then people can just farm whatever floor they want, just get the reagent, and just be done with it. Because this entire event, this was so much fun in the beginning, and I'm just so angry at myself that I didn't farm it in time. I should have just kept grinding it. I don't know why I stopped, but now I'm just so upset right now. I'm debating even if I want to even keep doing the decathlon. Like, I'm debating if I still want to do it. I don't even think it's worth it at that time. Do I really want to waste all those hours waiting for, like, the next decathlon to happen, do it all over again, do the whole process over again? I'm just praying that one of the people at the, like, one of the developers in King Isle, I don't care how many floors, I don't even care how tough it gets, man, but please, man, you have to make it more than just 3 entries per day. That's not enough for people. You're literally just kind of hurting the people that just want to farm. And that's not good. That's not good at all, man. You know, when I think about these events, and when I think about Wizard101, it's about accessibility, not exclusivity. This shouldn't be exclusive to the older decathlon at, like, elites. This shouldn't be exclusive to anyone. This should be accessible for everyone. I don't know, man. I don't even know if I'm gonna upload this video. I'm just really mad. I mean, that's my wizard rant. If you liked the decathlon, then good job. Like, if you liked the decathlon, good, good. But I'm just saying, for me personally, this is really difficult, and I'm debating if I even want to still do it. I'm debating. I don't even know if it's worth it at that time, but I'm gonna let you guys go, and I don't know when test run is happening, but I'm gonna be playing the Call of Duty beta, and I'm gonna be playing Apex and everything else, but I don't know when the test run is coming. It better be soon, but until then, I will see you guys later. Peace out. I'm gonna play some Among Us with my friends or something like that. I don't know, man.